poor kid, in the way he went away his business every single day. And you're trying to be like him, so you're trying to do the same things he did, for you to get to where he was at that point. So, for me, it was every single day with my dad working on the ballpark, the beach, running on the track, in the gym every single day, trying to get better every single day, and try to get to the big leagues at some point.
Awesome. You had a lot of influence now this time. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Thank you.
Carlos Correa, one of the so many great young shortstops in baseball right now. The guy who, as you can tell from what he said to Jess, the guy who admired Derek Jeter immensely as he grew up as a kid and started to find his way in baseball.
It's incredible to me, even just talking to Carlos, and at a young age, just the understanding, not only do you want to be a baseball player, but Carlos, and his father at a young age years old, to go to a school where he could learn to speak English, that he knew that he was going to be in the big leagues. He wanted to be able to not just be the player, but be someone that could talk to the media and be a personality.
3 up, 3 down inning for Giants. To the bottom of the third inning, nothing else.
This is Brooks. It's ugly fair spots. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. Our finest grass, plus great stock fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch, grow grass anywhere. Guaranteed. This is a Scott's Yard.
I joined the Army in July of '98.
Our 18-year-old was in an accident. When I call USA, that voice asking me, is your name okay? That's where I saw.
We're the Rivera family, and we found the USA for life.
When it's between the baby-soothing power of a Duracell C-Cell and the tips on how to calm a baby from your mother-in-law that always seem to involve a fair amount of brandy, go with C-Cell. Some battery. That's a Duracell battery. That's a power you can trust.
With long-lasting Firestone Champion tires, is there really such a thing as a wrong turn?
That's straight.
Cool.
That's not wrong. Not wrong.
Bo and Bob?
And that ain't wrong either.
Greens?
With our longest limited tread wear warranty ever for 70,000 miles of no wrong turns.
Balloons?
Drive a Firestone.
Oh, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Yeah, it's going great. This is jam.
What is that?
What? The moment you realize the gardening gene skipped a generation.
At Lowe's, our Grow Together planting system takes the guesswork out of creating a beautiful yard. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's.
Not bad.
Now get 2 select hanging baskets or planters for only $10 at the Lowe's Outdoor Entertaining event.
Looking good, Mr. Slow Motion Walking DXL Shopping Fashion Stud. Looking good. All the brands you love, waist size 38 and up, DXL. You're looking good.
Don't put your name on that.
Start your Sunday with a story. E60, Sundays at 9 on ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN is presented by Taco Bell. Yankee Stadium in the Bronx during Jeter night. Future Hall
Pretty
of
bad.
Fame number retired tonight by the Yankees.
Unbelievable amounts of Spuda packing.
He's retired right now by
That Morton, are they ever 6 strikeouts?
Well, it's very colorful.
After Gardner led off the bottom of the first with a base hit, so Morton since then has struck out Sanchez, Holiday, Castro, Judge, Gregorius, and Hicks in succession. This is Chris Carter.
And watch him just peak right now with his fastball. I mean, he's going in and out.
Just so plugged up in the head, though.
Either run.
I took a very long hot shower. It helps a lot.
Last one to Chris Carter kind of ran.
Bob, did you win Quentin Rollins?
Getting on these pitches. The
Was that from today?
action, along with the velocity. It's what's allowing him to have those 6 Ks in a row. And like I said, he hasn't even gotten to his curveball, which is a pitch he'll throw a lot of times off of that fastball.
Yeah, if he can command his fastball like he is tonight, he's elite. And as you can see, very hard to hit. At times, though, he sprays
All right.
fastball and will miss in the heart of the plate just too much. There's that breaking ball there.
He needs to look at the curveball, and I like the setup. Because to me, you get the strikeout pitch, but it's about how he sets that pitch up. He gets in the head of Carter by coming in with the fastball, and then he drops in this curveball in the same location. And that was one of the
Feel
biggest
my
things
pulse
he
in my
did,
ear.
elevate that
That's been driving me crazy for 3 days.
Off that same plane.
Well, that pitch is really at the heart of the plate, which I just think shows you, A, how good his fastball's been, so to make that pitch even better. But even when he doesn't throw his best one, it's still a put-away pitch for him.
The major league record for most consecutive strikeouts by a pitcher in a game is 10 by Tom Seaver of the Mets back in 1970. What a streak though by Morton as he strikes out 7 in a row.
Oh, that's good news, I guess.
Here's what's coming your way on the end.
I know I'm wiped out. I had to have Kirsten come over and clean up the mess from last night. I just couldn't do it. I just basically sat in this chair all day long. I got a new chair coming tomorrow. It swivels. So I can just go beep, watch the TV. Beep, beep.
I'm going to St. Louis with
You are.
breaking in David Ross.
Can't wait.
Exciting. Ross, he's nervous too. Went and saw him on Dancing with the Stars this week, and he was like, "No, seriously, like I'm more nervous about that game than I am this show." He's doing good. He's in the semifinals. There's only 4 left. Tomorrow night.
Gonna have to work around his schedule if he gets through tomorrow night.
Such a cool guy.
Yo, what day of the week is today, Mr. Moody?
Brett Gardner, the only man to reach against Morton so far tonight with a base hit. To begin the first inning, 8 in a row sit-down since then, 7 by strikeout for Morton. Gardner has hit 7 home runs this year, and they've all come in the last 2 weeks. He's had a pair of 2 home run games.
That's all right. You're not the only one. Half the time, I don't know which day of the week it is.
Gardner was involved in the pregame ceremony. There were a lot of.
I only knew it was Sunday because 60 Minutes was on. That's been a Sunday night staple for 40 years. And the Sunday night game of the week with the Yankees getting their asses kicked.
Tim Turchin said it on baseball the night before. You know, the Yankees, they're good at this ceremony stuff. They've
done it before.
Yeah. It was pretty moving.
I love what Derek said coming out in the golf cart. Hannah's trying to talk to him. He's like, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say.
He figured it out.
There it is before the game. Gardner would be a part of the ceremony.
It was supposed to be yesterday,
The original.
but it got delayed.
How much fun would she have been having tonight?
I would never be that lucky, Dave Wicker.
Mariano Rivera, Jorge Posada, Andy Pettit, Bernie Williams, Tino Martinez, Paul O'Neill. Morton.
I'm sure I have pneumonia by now, as much shit as I've been hacking up. Look at my eye. It doesn't look so good, does it?
Let's go down to Buster.
Guys, this week our poll question was a natural. Derek Jeter having had so many great moments in his career. What was the signature moment of his career? There are 8 choices. Jeffrey Bear's homer in the 96 ALCS. Leadoff home run in Game 4 of the 2000 World Series. The flip play, the American League Division Series against Oakland. Paid attention to the stands in that same series. Walk-off home run in the 01 World Series. Mr. November homer, the diamond in the stands against Boston in 04. Hit number 3000, or the walk-off hit in his last Yankee Stadium final. Go to ESPN.com to vote.
Not a lot of guys you could have that kind of quality for. Like, talking about 8 plays in their career, that's a pretty impressive list right there.
Easy answer for me.
Easy answer?
For me.
I'm torn between 2.
I got one.
What do you got, Dan, first?
I got either the flip.
Yeah, you're kind of wrong about that, Sean.
Run to win Game 4 just after
He is Mr. November.
That or the flip play is
Mine's
yours one of those?
Mr. November. Absolutely. Because I remember watching it, the clock strikes midnight. I mean, that's so Jeter. I mean, it's like Cinderella-esque. And then he walk off like 5 minutes later.
They're all paid for so far.
He never goes into November.
This is no doubt for me the flip.
No doubt.
I mean, because it's the Jeter intangible element.
Happy to get
That's
rid of
just
it.
such an intangible play. Like, what the heck is he doing in
Stevie Johnson. I don't know if I've ever seen a Steve Johnson card in that
That was the
product.
reaction. Where did he come from? Like, why is he there in that spot? And the Yankees.
Yeah, but that won't go unpaid. Everybody will pay for that.
Like the same pitching gets going.
There's no way that anything will go unpaid. Not at Shirts.
So Dan's tied between those two, and you and I have the.
I mean, it just, look, the urgency he played with, I mean, it was just, go do it.
Yeah.
And that sums up, just go do it.
Yeah.
Just figure
I'm
out.
going to go do it,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. A lot of moments, a lot of clutch moments. Hit over 320 in the postseason in his career. Lines up sixth on baseball's all-time hit list with 3,465. There's so many numbers that will just are so amazingly impressive. They hit a 321 career hitter in the World Series, the World Series MVP in 2000.
Black Gold Unlimited Basketball.
I just think about the list of hitters that he's on for sixth all time. Think about the people that are in front of him, behind him.
My favorite number is 4 for Jeter. That's the number of games he played in a 20-year career that began with the Yankees eliminating from contention.
Buster's back on. That's incredible.
It really is.
4 games in his entire career where his team had been eliminated for the postseason, and one of them was that last home game at Yankee Stadium where that game.
Well, and one of the things that Carl Ravitch talked to him about in the interview was a memorable moment for him, and he said because it's the freshest, it's that base hit that he got in walk-off fashion. And the funny thing is, it was a meaningless game.
Yeah.
Certainly in his eyes, who obviously was all about winning.
My favorite part of that, do you remember who scored that? It was a young guy named Antoine Richardson. It was a September call-up who came on to pinch run. Now, imagine
He's pretty good.
Antoine Richardson tonight. And Jeter wants that base into the right field. Does not to score. You can't.
I can tell you right now, things between Derek Jeter and that
If I don't score,
poor wife of his are not going to end well.
like
I did not know that.
he's
really
got to score. Otherwise, that play is not on this list.
You heard it here first.
It's got to be nervous. It doesn't become part of Jeter lore. Like, imagine Joe Girardi turning to Richardson and saying, and I can't remember who he portrayed this, and we can go in, and Richardson's hitting that. Like, there's pressure on him. You want to talk about a moment where you get a good secondary lead and a good job, because you just knew Jeter was going to get a base hit to right field, and it was pretty close at the plate.
Yeah.
So, Antoine Richardson, if you're watching tonight, you're a part of this. Be proud of the role that you play. There's ball 4. And here it is, September 25th, 2014. Last at bat at Yankee Stadium for Jeter, base hit into right field. Classic Jeter. Here comes the throw. Here comes the play at the plate. And Richardson's in the head first.
Damn, it's the third full season Jeter's been out of baseball already.
I remember watching that game, watching him go out to shortstop, and to see the emotions welling up in him, something you didn't see. To see the moment actually kind of get to him, those last innings out on defense, was something to behold.
Also, it was crazy is him talking about going back to his room in the minors almost every day and crying. And you even said, you're like, did you really cry? And he's like, I did. I didn't have a roommate. It was hard.
Signed late, didn't have a roommate. Probably, 19 years old, first full season in minor league ball.
The beauty about this game is I don't care who you are, at some point it will humble you. And even the great Derek Jeter, you look at his family there, his mom, his sister, looks like his nephew, there's his dad in the background. Pretty special night for the Jeter group.
What did he say to you when you hit the home run to win the ALCS? He met you at home plate.
I don't remember what he said right away, but he would talk a lot during the regular season when I came over.
That's ball 4's out at second to end the inning as the Yankees leave a couple of men on. 8-0 Astros at the end of 3. More on the flip play when we come back to you.
I was drinking ginger tea today.
Look at
today is like a great player with a major energy upgrade.
I could use a major energy upgrade.
Convention friend bio energy is fast, powerful, good in the right size. Like me.
But if you're here, how are you also out there?
I'm pretty good.
Upgrade to Extra Strength 5-Hour Energy, official partner of the MLB All-Star Game.
Hi, Dad.
We are legendary, renowned, revered by those trusted to serve and protect. We are military approved, civilian ready. Introducing the all-new FN 509, engineered to the most exacting specifications and the direct result of over 1 million rounds of testing. Now, at a dealer near you, we are the world's most battle-proven firearms.
Do you always put cheese and grooves in your sandwich? Of course, they're chips. Chips plus sandwich equals the perfect lunch. Oh, don't forget the pickle. It's kind of a big deal. Cheese and grooves. Chips made with 100% real cheese. Dang right it's a chip.
Just like we practiced.
Okay, we can get started.
Thanks.
I don't need someone to tell.
To those who lead us, happy Mother's Day. Infinity, empower the world.
The outfielder threw the ball and missed both cutoff men, but Derek Jeter had run all the way from shortstop where he caught the ball and flipped it underhand to Jorge Posada, who carried out Jeremy.
Jorge Posada.
One of the greatest plays in Yankee history.
A stunning play by Jeter back in the 2001 postseason. Somebody skipped their graduation to be here. I saw another sign. A kid had a sign here tonight. Keep in mind it's Mother's Day. And the sign said, I like my mom, but I love Derek Jeter.
I like my mommy.
I mean, that flip play, what? Just out of nowhere. I gotta go win this game.
Black gold.
I mean, obviously being in the right place.
Black mold, as someone called it yesterday. I thought that was pretty funny.
Meanwhile, the Astros dominating on the field up 8-0. They hit 4 home runs in the game, and this guy's hit 2 of them. George Springer homer to lead off the game, and then homer to lead off the second inning. Masahiro Tanaka knocked out after an inning and 2/3, gave up 8 runs, all earned, allowed 4 homers. It was bothering the Astros that they played poorly and let a lead slip away in the first game of the doubleheader. They got over it quickly because they came out fighting for the nightcap. Best record in baseball and looking to take 3 out of 4 from the Yankees in this series.
Houston has the best record in baseball.
This Astros team, they're just playing like a team that knows they're a cut above. You talk to these guys, they just feel like they are better than you. They're playing like that early on.
That's the guy swinging for his 3rd home run of the game. Those Parades base hit. Milwaukee's always hit.
All right.
Josh Reddick.
Number to 49, Steve Largent.
Alex Bregman with the biggest blow of the night. A grand slam, his first home run.
Daniel Tomlinson.
Jose Altuve probably saying to UJ Hinch.
For Patriots card.
Gotta get something going. I haven't been a part of this yet. And Springer draws a leadoff.
Le'Veon Bell.
Tuesday, it's a full slate of the NBA.
Jeremy Langford.
Countdown crew setting up the big night at 7:30 Eastern Time from Oracle Arena.
Jamison Winston.
2017 NBA Draft Lottery from New York, then back to Oracle.
Anquan Bolt is a
Western Conference Finals. And how about a comeback for the Warriors?
49, Amari Cooper.
Then make to San Antonio and roared back to win game 1 of the Western
CJ
Conference Final. 113.
Yeah, how impressive was San Antonio today?
And
They're holding on to that 25-point lead.
Here's Reddick. Has homered and struck out. Another kind of quiet pickup in the offseason. A lot of teams made moves, and somehow it felt like the Astros getting Beltran and McCann and Reddick, not to mention Morton.
Chances of me watching people play Madden on TV are
picked up some quality quality gunner requires.
0.
No doubt about it. Reddick is
Less than 0.
a guy that typically wears out right position. Very athletic,
Absolute 0.
good defender in the outfield.
Kelvin.
Part of that 13, 14 man crew that's just very versatile, very deep. It allows the Astros to just kind of match you up each and every game.
Guys, that left-handedness is a big part.
Jamison Glam Crowder.
Because a lot of the young players, Springer, and now
Mr. Brandon Cooks to 99.
so they wanted to add some left-handed balance, and they got some guys.
Dan Marino to 99.
Catcher's interference right there.
Devontae Parker.
An error charge to Sanchez. No time.
Dorial Green, fuck him.
Reddick heads down first and catcher's interference, and Springer up to second.
Well, you don't expect to
Nick
see this
O'Leary.
Jacoby Ellsbury is on the bench. He's a guy that
To 25, I thought this might have a little better patches in it.
does.
T.Y. Hilton, Philip Dorsett,
I guess Sanchez, you see Sanchez's reaction. He felt it right away.
Melvin Gurley,
Reddick was a
David
as
Johnson.
well.
So here's Altuve with 2 out and nobody out.
32 of 99. So close. Walter Payton.
As he takes a breaking ball from Giovanni Gallegos.
Those guys win some series. They're the best players at that shit make 6 figures a year easy.
One of the game's great
I mean,
players the last
easy.
few years as we have 200 or more hits.
I don't think half of them even give a shit about winning. Just
Twice he's led the event
cranking out
in
cash.
stolen bases. And he's one of the few guys on the team now who is there for the lead years, some of the lead years anyway. So he's going to be enjoying this resurgence, if you will, about as much as anybody on the roster.
Yeah, and I don't know what he added to his game last year. You know, he's from a hand-eye coordination, he's so good. Basically put the ball in play so well. But last year, we saw him really start to hunt pitches that he could do damage with. We saw the power go up. We saw him walk more. Because of his maturity.
Max Williams,
And knowing that
Adrian
power
Peterson,
will
though.
certainly be a part of my game, even though he's
3 tits.
small in stature. He's strong.
Adrian Peterson.
And I thought just the pitches, I mean, look at, these are his hits.
Chris
I
Farter.
mean, look at the spread and the spray and what he's able to
Nice
do.
rookie autograph to 99, David Johnson.
Strike zone, and he's a guy, he's a contact guy,
Metallic
he's an aggressive
marks.
hitter. He's not going to be your patient, hey, I'm going to take a bunch of
Carlos
pitches if
Williams.
they're not there. He can almost put
Tony Rhymes with Romo. Tyler Cock.
This one and played to deep center field. Hicks giving chase, makes the catch in the deepest part of the ball.
T.J. Smelton.
Runners will tag in advance.
I mean, I love this. You know, this is just the Houston Astros and the many different elements they bring to the table each and every day. I mean, this is just heads up base running, understanding that this is going to the deepest part of the ballpark. This is an opportunity to grab 90 feet. See the power swing there from Altuve, we talked about doing more damage with mistake pitches. It's running that down, but a great job by Springer and Reddick of being aware and moving up 90 feet.
Even up 8-0, looking for more second and third, one out as they advance on the deep fly ball. And here's Carlos Correa.
4 boxes in, 2 Nick O'Leary autographs.
Scored twice.
Carlos Hyde.
And looks at a
Johnny
ball
Twat.
for a strike.
David Johnson. A 1-of-1 pretty plate.
Landing places in this Houston lineup.
Duke Johnson.
Jose Correa hitting 3-4. Veterans like Beltran and McCann 5-6.
To 49, Melvin Gordon.
And a fly ball to center.
Carlos
Should get a
Williams.
run home. Hicks setting up.
Odell Fucking.
Tagging a third, coming in to score Springer on the sac fly that makes it 9-0.
Duke
But,
Johnson.
I mean, that's where you build. Let's watch this. This is a camaraderie.
Amir
You
Abdullah.
know, the hustle on the base pass kind of sets the table there for Correa. Productive out. He picks himself up in that an RBI, and this is kind of where you go to the base runner and like, sweet, man, thanks for the no at bat, extra ribby. Just getting it done. Little hug for my partner. Yes.
No run at second. 2 down. Here's Beltran. Beltran Beltran has singled and doubled, scored a run, and driven in a run. One of the game's most prolific switch hitters, really, in history. The top 3 or 4 in a number of different offensive categories when it comes to switch hitters.
David Creamy Corncob. Duke Johnson, Jeremy Hill.
You start looking at the switch hitter list, you got names like
Chris Conley.
Eddie Murray, Mickey Mantle,
Luke
Chipper Jones, Beltran.
Yep.
Down to the next guy on the list.
99, Matt Ryan. Wrong Aaron. Aaron Dobson. Todd Gurley, Motherlode.
Well, that's a strike, but it was a cross-up between
Gabe
Gallegos and Sanchez, so the way Sanchez caught it.
49, Tom Brady.
Strike. So it's a ball and strike. Let's take a look at the all-time switch hitter list for extra base hits. As we mentioned, it's just one of a number where Carlos Beltran is with some pretty impressive company.
It really is, and I think what makes it even more special with Beltran is the guy for the bulk of his career that was an elite defender at a position like center field, which just I think adds to his value, adds to his greatness.
1-1 after that cross-up, they get it sorted out.
So Duke Johnson
What's
coming
the
in.
worst feeling for a catcher? Expecting fastball getting breaking ball or expecting breaking ball getting fastball? I would think the latter.
Yes. You can tell by Sanchez.
J.J. Nelson.
And again, if he catches it well,
Barry Sanders, Amir Abdullah.
but it's kind of hard to blame Eric Cooper, I guess, because Sanchez had to contort himself in such a way to catch it because he was expecting something else.
Yeah, the way he caught it,
Devin Smith.
threw his wrist over it, then he worried about catching it funny and
Marcus Mariota.
Or
To 49. Duke Johnson. Derek Carr.
there's where you're thinking this breaking ball is going to go in the dirt.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's
Nope.
a fastball.
Andrew Luck.
Conversation.
The 12.
Figure this out.
Michael Floyd. That would be Aaron Rodgers. That's fine.
A run in to make it 9-0.
It's amazing this site just doesn't work.
Derek Jeter died at Yankee Stadium. And foul tip held by Sanchez. Beltran strikes out.
If anybody needs the U-turn.
When we come back, we'll speak with a man who managed Derek Jeter for so many of his biggest and best years. Joe Torre will join us next in the booth.
Are you back? Is this my car? This is ridiculous. There's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there. With car insurance for when things go wrong. But also here with home loans to help life go right.
Jalen Strong. Agreed.
Why we make grills?
Kevin White, Ty Montgomery.
For igniting togetherness every time you push the button.
Joe
For
Flacco.
burners that keep your flame burning strong year after
Jameis
year.
Winston.
For being able to choose exactly the kind
Calvin
of burner
Johnson.
you want. For 2, 3, 4
Bet Auto to 99, Herm Edwards.
to fit any and every lifestyle. The all-new Genesis 2 Series featuring
David Johnson.
GS4, Weber's brand new high-performance grilling engine.
99, Dan Levine.
If you have a garden, you know
Jim Kelly.
weeds are low-down little scoundrels. With Roundup Precision
Ben
Gel, you
Roethlisberger.
can finally banish garden weeds without harming precious plants nearby.
All right, I
Draw
suppose.
the line. Just give the stick one click, touch the leaves, and the gel stays put, killing garden weeds.
Other than my pneumonia I've had.
Pinpoint precision. Draw the line with Roundup Precision Gel. And be sure to check out Roundup with Sure Shot Wand, another good for the garden product.
Ah! Ah! Well, well.
To have these guys be able to stay together that long and still have it mean so much to them just from the man who managed Derek Jeter
Derek Gase.
4 of his 5 World Series championships.
Philip Dorsett,
Torrey now the chief baseball officer for the sport.
Dolphins triple.
This is number 6 retired. Thank you very much for joining us here.
Man, it's a pleasure to be
Landon
here.
Collins.
I mean, the score is a little lopsided. This is very
Devin
uncharacteristic for
Funches.
Jeter even.
He's gonna have to sprinkle some of that.
Landon
He's
Collins.
gonna get back in this one.
What was
To
tonight?
49, Tyler Lockett.
When this group
Match.
gets together, it's always goosebump time for me.
Calvin
Because
Jones.
even if you don't keep in touch, when we
Sam
get in the
Bradford.
room, there's no shortage of conversation.
And Sam
It's
Bradford.
just a lot of fun.
1 to
You know,
25.
the jabbing at each other and it's special. I just felt very blessed to have the opportunity to be with that group. They're a bunch of grown-ups that, and you know, you were part of the group, especially 2003 when you did. But wow, it's just great when we're together.
When did you know Derek Jeter?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think I was one of the voices at the end of spring training when they were talking about having a bad spring. Maybe we shouldn't start the season with him. And I said it's too late, as far as I was concerned, because we can always send him out if it doesn't work. And then, opening day in Cleveland, he hits a home run and makes a circus catch, and I said it was like an exhale time. But even during spring training, Bonnie had a bad spring, and you look in his eyes, and he wasn't panicking, and that always tells you a lot about a young player. Not that he's trying to make up for anything. He's just going to go out and do the best he can, and we'll see what happens.
We had a conversation up here about, so many great moments.
That's definitely
listed them all. This got his pull, but I mean, for you, I'm sure it's hard to.
Another Clam Crowder.
What stands out?
Well, you're right.
Amir Abdullah.
There are so many. And this afternoon, my wife and I
Amir
were talking
Abdullah.
about it. And I said, the home run he hit
Rogers and
in the
Stafford.
World Series of 01. Game 4? Game 4.
Johnny Twat.
Turned him into Mr. November. And then my wife said, no.
Gold strike autograph, LaShawn McCoy.
When he made the flip play. And I said, you know what? I said,
David Robinson.
I said, you just one-up me there because if it wasn't for that flip play,
Andrew Falk.
So Joe, Aaron said
Bud
flip,
Dupree.
Jess said home run, and I couldn't decide between the two. You
Ty
did
Montgomery.
And we had 8 to choose from.
I mean, there's so many things. Ouch! There was so many things that he did that you just sort of, just shook your head.
Must be Bob's internet.
Brian McCann
Apparently,
shaking
it sucks. Yeah.
Maybe
Tough stuff.
that big powerful swing there. Ooh.
Oh, I forgot them already. So can't help it. Vic Beasley.
trying to convince the trainer he's all right. He can stay in the game.
C.J. Anderson, Jamal Charles.
When it's any kind of a blow to the head.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Is recommended.
And that's what the trainer's doing.
Drew
Now,
Brees.
giving him sort of the test on.
Marshawn Lynch tonight.
Little smile from former.
Jeremy Langford.
I'm going to let him stay.
Stephon
McCann
Diggs.
will walk out to the mound. Take a few more seconds.
Andrew Falk.
Joe, is it true that every day you managed
Steve
Jeter, he called you Mr. Torrey? He never called you Joe?
Nelson
Right
Aguilar.
about Mr. Torrey. One of my favorite stories is our first year together in '96. He made an error in the first
Almost
game.
getting a new chair tomorrow. Tomorrow.
And it led to losing the first game of the best of 5. And the media asked me,
Seems like we always hit Rashad Green.
I don't know, I'll see. On his way home, he has to go through by my office door to go outside to go home. And he looked in and he said, hey, Mr. Torrey, he said, get your rest tonight. Tomorrow's the most important game of your life. I guess I'm not going to have to talk to him.
That's 96.
96.
So that's his rookie year. That's the year when rookie league.
And he makes an error in game 1.
Sizable signatures.
Prime.
Travis Couch.
Never been to a World Series before, so I guess he just wanted to take the pressure off.
Cooper and Gordon.
you know, you started out calling me Mr. Tory.
Winston.
And then it was shortened to Mr. T.
Lawrence
And,
Taylor.
at this point in time, you know, we've known each other
Bud
a long time.
Dupree.
Buddy. That's good. Buddy, but it's still Mr. T.
To 49. Patch Auto, Ty Montgomery Woods.
Mr. Tory, and I try to stop Charles.
Devin
Because I feel old enough without having his dad call me Mr. Tory.
DeAndre
It's
Hopkins.
interesting to hear him, the anxiety and the nervousness of the next
Gronk.
phase of his life. Because he asked you about advice
Leon.
on, you know, obviously retirement now for him, being a dad, all those things that he's entering into.
Well, I think we all know what he wants to do. You know, he'd like
I'm
to
just
stay in the game in the capacity of ownership. And, you know, it's hard not to pull for him, but you know, we'll have to see what happens. You know, I don't think he'll ever put the uniform on again. I really don't. You know, that last time he had the uniform on and played the game, it was pretty special. You know, when he gets the things hit, I mean, it's like when it started raining here today. I mean, John Well was when he was here at the ceremony. But, you know, we talk a lot. You know, we exchange.
Here's one we haven't seen many times.
Texting.
Ha ha, Clinton Dix.
You know, he's real. You know, what can I tell you? He's real. And it's really easy to be a friend.
To 49, Todd Gurley.
Joe Torre, baseball's chief officer,
Howard
joining us in the booth. Of course, a man who managed Derek Jeter for so many years.
Flacco and Roethlisberger.
Joe, what I remember is the hardest days for you
That's
managing Derek Jeter were those days when you had
49, Cameron Fartis Payne.
injury and he would hover around you in the dugout. What was that like?
Jeremy Hill, Duke Johnson. I watched every episode.
You know, and that and giving him
Adrian
rest.
Peterson.
I used to say, you know, what do you say you take a day off?
Kevin Johnson.
Fine. And I would never give him a day off. And I finally learned
Look at the bottom of that card.
you know, how to get him a day off by saying, do you want this day or this day? I made him make a decision on one or the other. But opening day in
Gronkowski.
one time where he tried to go from first to third on a ground ball because they overshifted on GM.
My name is Earl.
And the catcher beat him over there to third base. And
It's a very clever show.
And then first dislocated his shoulder. And I went out to obviously see how he was because he didn't get up. And that was
The brother is the best.
He rolled over and
the black guy.
looking up at me.
Who's a genius.
Double play and season, Joe. We appreciate the time. Thanks for being a part of this time.
Fun being with you guys.
Joe Torre. We'll be back.
J.
Not just a con, it's a daily treat.
Yay, Tom Brady relic.
Go ahead, spoil yourself. The EX
Jimmy Graham.
ES Hybrid. Experience amazing.
AJ Green.
So guys with ED can take Viagra.
Tony Rhymes with Romo. My boy Law. Eric Kendricks.
Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Redentless for pulmonary
Smelvin.
hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level.
Kurt Warner.
Long-term injury, so you can leave your medical help for an erection lasting more
Winston.
than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor
This
right
month.
away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
I love how USAA gives me the peace of mind and the security, just like the Marines did. At one point, I did change to a different company with car insurance, and I was not happy with the customer service. We have switched back over, and we feel like we're back home now.
The process for USAA is so effortless that you feel like you're part of it.
4 and 5
I
were
love
both
that I can pass
fantastic.
the ownership to my children, and that they can be protected.
Just
We're the
fantastic.
Williams family, and we're USAA members for life.
All you listening to today, talk about your insurance.
What people come in with we data and real time?
We are data center and our cloud can't connect.
Michael, can you get the data to look at me? Look at me. Look at me. You used to be the yes guy. What happened to that guy?
Legacy technology can handcuff any company.
Jason Verrett.
But gas is here. So you're
Freeman
saying
and Coleman.
top delivery time? Yeah. Now from HPE, we can finally work the way we want to. With the right mix of hybrid IT, everything computes.
Kevin Walker.
This season on baseball, we've all seen some great ones.
Eglehorn.
But these young shortstops, this
To
group,
49, J.J.I.
Correa, Seager, Russell, Lindor,
Seriously?
Turner, Crawford, Bogart, Story, and a whole crop behind them.
Once to 49, once to 99.
Chance to be special.
Now it's time to find out who's best.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's this season.
Don't hit him very often.
Major League Baseball wishes mothers
Coax and
everywhere a
Birmingham.
very happy Mother's Day. Major League Baseball is going to bat against breast cancer. Learn more at MLBcommunity.org. That's why you see so much pink around the ballpark. The mask of home plate umpire Eric Cooper, the numbers, the jerseys, bats, gloves, you name it.
Yeah, he got his.
Wish a happy Mother's Day to his mom, to his grandmother, and to his
Oh,
mom to be fairly soon.
the red rifle.
Back at their home.
Oh, we have a rare Chris Conley sighting.
Aaron Mendoza.
Sue Boone,
Ellie Shore.
and Laura Boone, my wife.
Marcus Mariota. Kevin.
Ryan McCann. Leading off the fifth inning
Eli
for the
Manning.
Astros. Shaken up for a moment by
Johnny
that foul
Twat.
ball off the max.
To 25, Andy Dalton.
And stays in the game and appears to be all right. Meanwhile, after Gallegos
Anderson and Charles.
Now here in the fifth, chasing Shreve.
Cam Newton at 49.
Yeah, at least a good sign for McCann and the Astros.
Backer squad. JJ Twat.
Going up the pit, that tells you he's feeling pretty fun.
Ground ball into the shift for the first down. Let's take a look at By the Numbers, brought to you by Captain Morgan.
No standalone.
Number 2 becomes the 21st different number retired by the Yankees. 22 different players, because number 8 retired for both Bill Dickey and Yogi Berra. All the single digits, leaving 0 out of the equation. Retired. Number 2 retired today. 21 different numbers have been retired, including number 6 Joe Torre, who was last seven.
Not a lot of choices with the young player going to spring training with the Stripers.
Aaron Judge has got 99.
That's right.
2,
So
Jason
2
Williams.
presumably will be added there at some point. Junior's got
Amir
2
Abdullah.
Black, but a bit less center above the
Smell him.
grandstand. They have another area where they show all the time.
Arian Foster. Very cool 1 of 1. Blue printing plate.
Yankees at some point.
Kendall Wright.
Triple digit or spring training. They'll be now entering the game
2 of them.
107.
Very cool.
So it's 46 and a half. 46
Melvin Gordon.
Good.
Autographed jersey.
Base hit for Gurriel.
Tyler Lockett. Tom Brady.
Guys, Joe Torre was talking about that first spring training.
Derek Gacy.
Derek Jeter, in which he didn't play very well, and there was some anxiety about how he would
John
perform. In fact,
Rolway.
the Yankees
190.
talked to the Seattle Mariners about getting a veteran shortstop who could maybe fill in till they thought Derek was ready. They decided not to make that trade, and that's a good thing because the pitcher they would have given up to get Felix Fermin was Mariano Rivera. Wow.
It was part of the proceedings here tonight. That tomorrow, that Mr. T, tomorrow's going to be the biggest game of your life. That's pretty good story.
When I was here in 03, it was Mr. T. You know, it was Mr. T.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Alex Bregman with a grand slam in the first inning. His first home run of the season. That made it 6-0 at the time for the Astros. Fly out in the third. And he's one of the guys who wears
Maybe yes.
number 2 in large part.
I did your box today, buddy. That's it right there.
Admiration for Derek Jeter.
Stuffed.
I love his story of the first time he got to meet
12 stacks of high society.
I was pregnant with LSU, and it was at LSU Alabama football tailgate. There's Derek Jeter, and he said, I didn't even know what to say. I was so nervous. A lot of these young players look up to him.
Well, he was counting on Carlos Beltran today, and thinking, okay, look at Dr. Jeter, right?
So you can mail my cards now.
Other players who wear number 2 in part or entirely.
Wow. 2 of the same card. Sizable signatures prime. Travis Kelch.
Alcides Escobar.
Probably only 25 of them.
Used to wear number 2.
2 of them. Still sitting in the dark.
A pretty good team of guys who are
Unreviewed.
unfortunately you'd be stacked in the infield.
Tyler Cocken.
Just
Feel like smashed ass.
As shortstop, some of them changed.
Russell Wilson.
That's a pretty good group right there.
Marshall Fulk.
I mean, there's just no
Duke
doubt
Johnson.
that he was the face of the sport
Fuck Allen.
in his entire career, really.
Matt Jones.
Got him with a breaking ball. Brinkman called out on strikes 2 down.
Deshaun Jackson. James
Steve
Winston.
Bregman walking back, telling Eric Cooper that ball's up, and
Beckham.
Cooper saying, no, it's not. It wasn't up, but looks like maybe just off the plate away. And up. Close pitch, though, and as we talked about, Eric Cooper.
Tulo's got the ick. He's dying of the ick.
Pitcher friendly.
Gallegos gives the Yankees some length pitches 3 innings. Shreve on his way into the ballgame.
You're gonna be hanging out in here, so if you need anything.
Ooh, look at that. Got a Super Bowl auto. Ty Montgomery.
Use the Chase mobile app to send money
Johnson & Johnson.
friends at more banks than ever before.
Todd Gurley.
Chase,
Alfred
helping
Morris.
you master what's now and what's next.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we don't
AJ
have
Green.
almost anything. Even a Coop Super.
Paper Super Bowl ticket, Marcus Allen.
Beautiful, just like you.
Brady and Darrell Reese.
And we covered it November 6th,
Drew Brees.
2009. Talk to Farmers. We know what they're doing because
LaShawn McCurr.
we are farmers.
Bad Eddie Lacy.
Hello, welcome. So Chevy is the most awarded car company 3 years in a row.
Wow.
Let's see how quickly you can read through all their awards.
Oh gosh,
Ready? Go. 2017 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
2016 best resale value. You guys can use the best car for the money, 10 best blah blah blah.
2017 IIHS Top Safety. Only about 9 more to go.
2017 North American Car of the Year.
That's a lot of awards.
Right now I'm gonna have to go buy a new car.
Play Ball is MLB's initiative to incent all forms of baseball and softball participation, making play opportunities available and fun for everyone.
Yeah, it's nice, cool. That auto to 99, Dwight Clark.
Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Derek Jeter died here, but it's been all Astros. Once the game
David Johnson.
we have a new pitcher for the Yankees third.
Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston.
Graduation we saw earlier.
David Johnson.
It's Jeter, not
Tevin Coleman.
Farmers at all. There's a look at Chase.
Terrence
Green.
Williams.
For the
Dorial Greenback.
Fastball in the mid-90s. Nice job.
Russell Wilson.
6 games of work
Drew
coming in.
Brees.
Fastball mid-90s, typically slider and split.
Runner first, 2 down, it is
Dying.
9-0.
I think I have an infection in my
In the
lungs.
first, they've hit
That'll kill me eventually, right?
all of them.
If I got a good infection in my lungs.
He gave up 8 of them. 100 runs scored in the 4th. Nice job by Giovanni Gallegos, 3 innings in relief. And now here's Jay Parisnik, a strikeout at a ground out.
They got good work from Gallegos. Chad Green, who was called up for
Well, I guess
Aroldis
that's a bad
Chapman,
auto.
who went on the
DeAndre
disabled
Hopkins.
day, gave him 3 innings in the first game. Adam Warren came on.
Roger Staubach and Terry Bradshaw.
A short outing by
Cool card.
Severino.
Cool if it was number 12. Drew Brees.
But importantly,
Matty
you don't
Ryan.
get starting pitchers to go deep in the
Drew
game.
Brees.
You need a strong effort from
Buck
someone
Allen.
in that net that kind of preserved the bullpen. And even though they've had 2 struggling outings, some
Sammy
guys have
Coates
really
squad.
stepped up to preserve the back end of this Yankee
Marcus Mariota.
bullpen.
Devontae Parker.
Yankees with an off day tomorrow.
Carson
They
Palmer.
take on Kansas City on Tuesday. Houston will be in Miami to begin a series tomorrow night.
I never watched the original Twin Peaks show, but this new version coming out looks pretty good. I don't know if I should watch it.
Now we're back in a full count.
I don't have to watch the original one.
Gurriel will be on the move from first. Carter off the back.
Hey, look at that. Congratulations. Number 1 of 25. Dandy Dan Marino.
And a swing and a miss to end the inning.
1 of 25.
The Bronx changes coming up, but the Astros with a big lead.
Steve Smith. Amari Cooper.
At the General, it's easy to get an online car.
Amari Cooper.
With your mobile phone.
Or on your tablet or computer in minutes.
Colin Kaepernick. I know, just Dan Marino.
Monthly payments are low, and you can get immediate proof of insurance.
Sammy Coates.
Get your anonymous online quote with no payments.
Cooper, Beckham, Coates, and Dorsett.
General Silverton.
Sammy Coates.
General.
Sure.
Joe Flacco.
Rate you can get online. Go to the General and say something.
You had Marino, dude? Nice. Brandon Marshall.
From the muddy trenches of World War I.
I'll just bite my tongue, dude. Because obviously it was a little difficult for you to pull off 2 successful shipping challenges in 2 weeks.
We've got your back for every single one.
The Western Conference Finals. Stream every game live on the ESPN app. Download the ESPN app today.
Just like we practiced.
Okay, we can get started.
Yes. Thanks. That was fun.
You're welcome.
Josh Harper.
Nicely done. To those who lead us, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, that's nice.
Empower the drive.
The 49, very cool AJ Green patch.
Johnson.
3 Giants cards. You probably didn't put my apartment number on it, you chucklehead. Matt Stafford. David Johnson. A second Chris Conley autograph. Number 25. Melvin Gordon.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN is
To 25, Mariota. Travis Benjamin.
the 5th inning here at Yankee Stadium. Jessica Mendoza here in Moonbuster only.
Jordy Nelson.
Sunday Night Baseball here on ESPN. All Astros 4 homers, a 9-0 lead. Now to spoil the party on Derek Jeter night. Jeter has his jersey number retired. Charlie Morton's been awfully good for the Astros. He struck out 7 batters in a row from the first through the 3rd innings. He's got 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. He has allowed just 1 hit. Face the bottom 3rd of the order.
I like possible.
And Torres.
I can see it going to Kansas City and then going to Charlotte. Wow. I don't know how the hell that could have gone to Lawrence and then left Lawrence.
Jeter jersey on that team.
Oh, there's a good one. Tyler Lockett.
Nice play at 3rd by Berkman.
If he recovers from his injury.
Meanwhile, another game going on.
McCoy and Carlos. Stafford.
Has not one, but 2 RBI singles in
Derek Carr, Alex Smith.
That was one of the singles. Getting all the way down to the corner, so that's a double for Carr.
Calvin Johnson.
One run in the first game of the doubleheader today, when the Nationals gave up a lead in the 9th and lost. 3-3 times.
Good old Mike Davis.
Phillies and Nationals. You may have had a good day yesterday, but Bryce Harper had a bad day.
Winston, Mariota, Gayson, and Petty.
I guess avoided arbitration well in advance, signed a 1-year deal for 2018.
Amir Abdullah.
More than $21 million, and then
Kirk Cousins and Tony Rhymes with Romo.
With a game-winning home run yesterday.
Dual spot, killing me.
Yeah.
Chris Conley.
Just the year that he had last year and kind of
All right, last box.
if you will, coming into this season, and what type of year he would have, and I mean, just unbelievable the way that he could hit, knowing that last year was a flip, but the amount of money he signed.
So So Chris Carter hits 41 home runs last year in the National League. I don't think he'll hit 10 for the Yankees.
That distraction. Especially with a team like the Nationals, even though they're having some issues with their bullpen right now, you figure that's something they can probably address through the
Oh, look at
market.
that. We have an immaculate random insert.
As a real opportunity and a team that's been for
Inc.
much
to
winning
49,
than
Charlie Joyner.
able to get through that first round of the postseason. I think there's an urgency to. We have a great chance here these next 2 years to really do something special.
Amir Abdullah.
That distraction.
Save your money for Majestic. And I listed Topps Inception tonight, 5 cases. Nelson Aguilar. Very small checklist. Do your homework. Todd Gurley. Our third 1 of 1. Matt Stafford. Printing plate.
Guys, I don't like.
1 of 1.
I'd like to look at on-pace numbers, not
Damn.
because I think the players would
Amir
win up
Abdullah.
there, but
Amir
because it
Abdullah
gives
is
you a
very well.
context for,
Rashad Perryman.
Right now, Harper's on pace for 210 hits, 127 walks,
That's something all over it.
175 runs, and
Look at that
149
scuzz.
RBI. That's how hot
Brett
Bryce
Favre for 25.
I mean, that makes his 2015
Bud Dupree.
season when he was the unanimous MVP.
Randy
seemed
Gregory.
like kind of an off year. If he can continue to put up those numbers, those are crazy numbers. Weekly hit past the mound, only played at first.
Well, we've seen 2 really athletic plays here from Houston defenders. Talk about this team of stars. Correa, I think, continues to evolve defensively at shortstop. Big guy comes flying in here. Knows he's got to hurry, gets to that short hop. An easy transfer against Torres rather easily. But Bregman earlier, a really nice play. This is an athletic, potentially outstanding defensive play.
And Buster's point about Harper, one more number. You know what his on-base percentage is?
540.
It's 503.
I mean, we still forget how young he is. And all, at 24 years of age, all the experience he's already gained, technically hasn't even entered his prime yet.
But you didn't have him tonight?
Here's another scary thought. It comes up anytime you mention him on Twitter. Yankee fans respond. How about?
And I meant for Inception Baseball, there's only 80 guys on the checklist for Inception.
2018 season, correct? After next year's part of that great free agent class.
Well, that's what is interesting about the amount of money that the Nationals gave him. It's kind of like that olive branch of, okay, so when it comes time to negotiate, but I don't know if the Nationals will be in the ballpark of what some of the numbers are getting thrown out there.
Oh, they will. The Nationals don't put anything past Mr. Lerner. Like, if push comes to shove, they'll throw down with anyone. If that's the way they're going to go, they'll be in the ballgame, financially speaking.
1-2 on Ben Gardner, who has singled and pitched tonight.
Yeah, I'd say
It is.
Bryce Harper is a little better than Mike Trout right now.
Holiday in his first year as a Yankee, 37 years of age. I like the way he's wearing this bag. Stylish. Into left field, down for a base hit. Carter will round third, coming to score the first run of the night for the Yankees.
Gardner just continues to have quality at bats here. He gets a breaking ball that kind of trying to bury down and in, but just stays on the plate. You just see just a real short, simple swing, just trying to put that thing in play with a runner in scoring position. Been one of the only guys that's been able to solve Charlie Morton tonight.
Almond milk.
Ringing a single his first time up to lead off the game for the Yankees.
So unbelievably delicious.
Now an RBI back to the middle. Gardner in a good place right now.
It's his first RBI on the season that has not come on a home run.
Wow.
It's Gary Sanchez who fouls one out. Sanchez, a strikeout and a walk tonight. One blip for Morton really has been an occasional loss of command. He has walked 3 and hit 1 tonight, but he's only given up 2 hits for 4 2/3.
Oh, to Gardner.
Anybody got a story? Anybody want any wax?
And the strike going 2. And it's a pretty big hole on the right side. They are holding on Gardner with an 8-run lead. And
Hey, Bob, when I do the inception, I'm going to have a spot for all the base cards and all the base parallel cards.
And you would say, why are they holding them on?
If you win one of those, I guarantee you'll get something.
An extra base hit, if you can keep Gardner from scoring, it's one less run, obviously, and they're playing the percentages, saying there's about 0 chance Sanchez hits a ball that Gurriel would be able to get if you were playing straight up. So maybe just try and cut down a little bit on the secondary, even in a lopsided score.
He's one of the 80.
Of Gardner.
I think he was one of the 80. Let's see. Yep, he is.
Up to second goes Gardner on the single by Sanchez. Here's a look at what's coming up on ESPN this week. Around the majors tomorrow night. Monday Night Baseball, the Astros and Marlins, one of our global game series. We'll focus on Puerto Rico tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at Carlos Correa and Carlos Beltran. Wednesday Night Baseball, the Red Sox and the
Another solid stack.
From tonight, it will be the Rangers in Detroit taking on the Tigers. The Cardinals, who were struggling so much at the outset of the season, are playing much better right now. They beat the Cubs again today, 5-0. Took 2 out of 3 in that series. The Cardinals have won 8 out of 9.
Here come the Yankees. Bum, 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 bum. Sammy Sam, first time in, got himself a Marino autograph.
The ability that he has to drive this as soon as it was hit. You felt the exit velocity and you knew it was gone.
What impressed with how Holiday at times this year has handled the high fastball. That pitch is up in the strike zone. He's always been such a low ball hitter. He's hit a couple of high fastballs out of the ballpark this year. And I think he's enjoying that new short porch he gets to take advantage of the right field.
How about 7 homers and 24 RBIs already for Holiday? Pretty productive. And the Yankees intent on making a game of it. It's now 9-4. Here's Castro. 99 miles an hour. There for Morton, maintaining that velocity, but the Yankees have touched him up for 4 runs on 3 hits and a walk here in the bottom of the 5th. Reaching for it, pokes it down to third. The Yankees may be looking at it. Castro still hanging around. Joe Girardi's looking down to one of his coaches who's on the phone to decide if they want to ask for a review on this play. It looked like he was out with a naked eye. Yankees, in theory, have 30 seconds to make a decision if they're going to ask for this to be reviewed. And they will not ask for it to be reviewed. So the inning is over on that good play by Brickman.
When it's between the baby-soothing power of a Duracell C-Cell and the tips on how to calm a baby from your mother-in-law that always seem to involve a fair amount of brandy, go with C-Cell. That's not just some battery. That's a Duracell battery. That's a power you can trust.
Ford
distinct driving units, dynamic handling, quicker shifts. Make every car a performance car. This is the ultra-responsive, accurate TLX. This is how we make it. This is a local Acura dealer for our lowest drive-off offers on the 2017 Acura TLX.
This is Brooks Yard with ugly fair spots. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. Our finest grass seed, plus quick start fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch, grow grass anywhere. Guaranteed. This is a Scott's Yard.
The moment you realize your delicates no longer look delicate.
At Lowe's, we have machines like Samsung's new Flex Wash and Flex Dry, which allow you to do 2 different types of laundry at the same time, so you can keep your clothes in great condition. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's.
Hurry into Lowe's and get 10 to 25% off select appliance special values, $3.96 or more.
Back in the Bronx is now the Astros 9 and the Yankees 4 as we go to the 6th inning. Let's set it down to Buster Roll.
As I get to know Derek Jeter, who, when he was a kid growing up in Kalamazoo, wrote essays saying his dream was to play shortstop for the Yankees. But in the year that he was drafted, there was concern among teams that he intended to go to the University of Michigan. So the Astros picking number 1 took Phil Nevin. As Jeter stepped into the box before the first pitch of the epic Game 7 in 2001, he and Kurt Schilling shared a moment like 2 gunslingers at high noon. Now, it's told by Jeter's teammates that after his first at-bats, didn't matter if it was Schilling or Pedro Martinez or Randy Johnson, you could come back to the dugout and say, this guy doesn't have anything. Tony, you know something about that?
I sure do.
I wouldn't know what Irving looks like.
I used to say it
You wouldn't catch me in there.
almost for fun, just to hear him say it. You come back from that first event, geez, what's he got? This guy, his language is a little more colorful in describing what the guy had, but Buster is right on point with what he would say every single time. So it wasn't much for a scouting report.
Whether he homered or struck out, he would say that.
Absolutely. Looking for a scouting report there?
How well did you know him before you became in?
Almost not at all. You know, playing in the National League, that year in 2003, the Yankees came to Cincinnati, and I think the day they came was the day he got named captain. That was the first time I played against him in the regular season in interleague. Played at that time we were in Sarasota with the Reds in spring training, so we played in spring every now and then. But other than a fellow player hello, I hadn't known him at all.
George Springer, the batter, 2 home runs and a walk tonight, and now a line drive to left field, guarding the air. And as a teammate, how would you describe it?
There's no way I look like that mustache rider.
Just welcoming, easy to be around. Like, I mean, behind the scenes, just comfortable to be around. He's very lighthearted when he's not between the lines. But then, honestly, it was like nothing I'd ever seen competitive-wise. When it was go time, there was just this determination, this urgency that he always had, and it was palpable and something I can picture looking at him in the game, just saying, "I'm taking it."
So his words, his look, what was it about?
I think it was just the urgency in his.
Why'd you get banned in there?
How he would go out and play though, and just I'm going to take this game.
I mean, in playing next to him, having him over your left shoulder too. I mean, you get to a point where you start to feel and understand even like the body language and like when he was upset or not, or where he wanted to be in position.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty fortunate. I got to play with Barry Larkin in Cincinnati, and then I came here and played with Derek. So it's back-to-back Hall of Famers was all I knew as a shortstop. So it was a treat for me, and getting to play alongside him and behind the starting rotation that I got to play behind when I came over here was awesome.
You left your mark too. I know you don't like to talk about it, but Joe Torre referenced it, Derek Jeter referenced it, the home run to win Game 7 of the ALCS in extra innings against the Red Sox back in 2003.
he's not even listening. He's in another
Well, I was thinking-
time and place right now. We're calling it.
I was thinking about Mariano Rivera going 3 innings in that game. And Joe Torre has said, everyone said he's coming out if we have to go to another inning. You know that's not true. He would have been out there for the 4th inning.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Talk about this brought to you by Precision Practice Performance.
He didn't like it not too much.
Pre-game, Jeter and his wife, Anna Black, that will go into Monument Park alongside his retired number, jersey number 2, will never be worn by any Yankee ever again. And as they said here at Yankee Stadium tonight, one final time. So Bob Shepard, the late, great PA announcer for I don't know how many decades at Yankee Stadium. So even after Bob Shepard passed away, it was still his voice that would bring Jeter to the plate when he wasn't a Yankee. And it was announced tonight in the pregame ceremony that would be the last time. Tonight would be the last time. So one last time Jeter came onto the field at Yankee Stadium with Bob Shepard's words ushering him in that direction. Do your Bob Shepard impersonation?
No, you know what? We've been doing it all day.
There we go.
I don't want to ruin it over here. It's too good. Not mine. Mine's terrible. Bob Shepard.
Altuve skies a fly ball to left field. 3 up, 3 down. Yankees got 4 in the 5th. Aaron Judge will lead off the 6th when we come back.
The #1 rated Edo Power Plus String Trimmer outperforms gas. Featuring a high-efficiency brushless motor, it runs up to 45 minutes on a single charge. The Edo Power Plus String Trimmer, exclusively at the Home Depot and Edo authorized dealers.
You always put cheese and grooves in your sandwich?
Of course, they're chips. Chips plus sandwich equals the perfect lunch.
Oh, don't forget the pickle. It's kind of a big deal. Cheese and grooves. Chips made with 100% real cheese. Dang right it's a chip.
Allergies can hold you back. Break through indoor and outdoor allergies with Allegra 5-in-1 Relief. It works in 1 hour. Relief lasts 24 hours, and it's non-drowsy. Break through allergies with Allegra.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. Oh, suede. State Farm knows that for everyone Phil is loving, there's one of these.
I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
This is Brooks Yard. It's ugly, fair spots. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. Our finest grass, plus quick start fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch. Grow grass anywhere, guaranteed. This is a Scott's Yard.
To err is human. To anticipate is Lexus. Experience the Lexus RX with advanced safety. Stand. Amazing.
Start your Sunday with a story. E60, Sundays at 9 on ESPN.
Let's take a look at StatCast powered by AWS. Aaron Judge has hit 9 different balls at least 115 miles per hour off the bat this year. Exit velocity, one of the newer numbers that a lot of baseball people, general managers,
All the cool kids are talking
all the cool kids are talking about exit velocity.
I don't think that would help.
And so tied for second is a group of big, strong men, including Giancarlo Stanton. They've got 2. Aaron Judge has 9.
It was crazy. Even the home run we showed that he hit earlier today, the first game, it was 110 miles an hour. It was,
So he missed it, huh?
Probably Kirsten.
Used to seeing these 115, 119,
Mailman.
It's unbelievable how hard he hits a baseball.
Yeah, just 400.
Because Ty just comes in.
This is court. He gets himself in a little bit of trouble for the first time in this game. And now this sixth inning, which has been a little bit of a bugaboo for him, even as he's pitched well here early in the season. A little bit of issues with the sixth, and a good start for him as he executes a breaking ball to finish him off.
Ninth strikeout, the ninth for the activity now with the Astros been right hitter.
I'm having trouble breathing. That's what's starting to worry me a little bit.
The Astros. Houston looking to make it 3 out of 4 here in the Bronx. Before they head to Miami, 3 games for the Marlins, and you can see them tomorrow night on ESPN. That's our Monday night. They've got the best record in baseball at 25-12. Texas Rangers are getting hot.
Rangers and the Blue Jays, 2 teams expected to do something, start to finally get it rolling a little bit.
Texas just swept Oakland. They have won 6 in a row. The Blue Jays got a walk-off home run from Kevin Pillar today to take a 4-game series from Seattle. Blue Jays have won 7 out of 8 overall. And strikeout number 10.
Well, an outstanding start for Morton to this 6th inning. We talked about this being a little bit of a trouble spot for him early in the season. And after a tough inning, he comes breaking ball for the first out of the inning for the strikeout, and there, that perfectly located sinking fastball to get 2 quick outs.
Here's Aaron Hicks, a strikeout and a ground out. He went around, and it's 0-1.
This is one of those stopper type innings. I mean, you're off to it. Looks like you're going to cruise to victory, and all of a sudden the Yankees throw a big inning up there. You want to end that. You don't want them to continue to add to that, chip away, and then all of a sudden give themselves a chance late in this ball game.
I don't think it's the flu.
10 strikeouts tonight for Morton as he faces Hicks.
I had a flu
Career
shot.
high is 12. Mentioned alongside Keuchel, who looks like he's all the way back to what he was in 2015. And
Might be
McCullers
the AIDS.
potentially a really formidable top 3 of the rotation.
Nice attempt on respiratory, by the way.
Keuchel right now is 6-0 with a 1.69 ERA through his first 8 starts of the season.
Dan, he was dirty Thursday night against the Yankees to open up this series. How he was tearing up. Remember how hot the Yankees were coming in.
Outside, ball 4. AJ Hinch on his way out. Looks like Feliz thinks he's coming in. We'll wait for the official signal. There's the call. So we're at a little 5 2/3. Feliz waiting for the official summons. It's already done. He's on his way into the game.
Graduation day. A time for parents to beam with pride as your youngsters embark on a swell future. All but one, that is. You see, Billy thought it would be neat to try Taco Bell's new boldly seasoned bacon chicken chips dipped in a sinful side of nacho cheese sauce. By graduating to these crispy triangles of temptation, the only diploma Billy will receive is a master's degree in being hooked.
Actually, it's a bachelor's in fine arts, and these things are awesome.
No ways.
Brought to you by the Council for Eating Fried Chicken the same way you always have, and not Taco Bell.
A naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine, a 10-speed direct shift transmission, a meticulously crafted interior. All of these are feats of engineering. Combining them with near-perfect weight distribution is a feat of amazing. Experience the first ever 471 horsepower Lexus LC500. multi-stage hybrid LC500H. Experience amazing.
I love how USAA gives me the peace of mind.
The
and
peace of mind.
Just like the Marines did. At one point, I did change to a different company with car insurance, and I was not happy with the customer service. We have switched back over, and we feel like we're back home now.
The process for USAA is so effortless that you feel like you're part of the family.
I love that I can pass the membership to my children, and that they can respect it. We're the Williams family, and we're USAA members for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
It is Mother's Day in Major League Baseball, of course, taking a special note at every ballpark in which a game was played today. A lot of things at the ballpark. This MLB tries to raise awareness towards breast cancer research, trying to do anything it can to help eradicate that terrible disease. Let's make here at Yankee Stadium. We've got a mom in the booth.
Happy Mother's Day, Kim.
Mother's Day. Look at this. I thought we ordered the big bouquet. Wow. Happy Mother's Day. It's hard to, you got two little ones. It's hard to be away. I mean, we made you cry last year. We're not going to cry this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
And I'm done. If I did cry, it'd be done.
My guess, you guys follow me.
I love it. Thank you. Oh.
I think Jess is supposed to read that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mother.
Yeah, it's basic and do the
You guys are married?
Aaron wrote it.
No mincing words.
No.
No, it's hard being away from old guys, but it's also cool, I think. And I don't even know where to put this thing. This is awesome. Thank you.
New pitcher for the Astros, right-hander Michael Feliz in facing Chris Carter. Houston leading 9-4 in the bottom of the sixth inning.
So at least you talked about it, Dan. Another power arm out of that Astros bullpen. Fastball averaged about 96 and a slider, and part of what's been an excellent bullpen for Houston here, on for the 14th time.
Two and one on Carter, who has struck out at 41.
I don't think I have a fever. I mean, if I had a real bad infection, I'd probably be burning up, right?
Free agent late signee by the Yankees has been well documented. Buster's talked about it a lot. It was not a.
Yeah, I might be 99 or something.
Right-handed power. There are a lot of those in the market.
I don't have an infection-fighting type fever.
Longer than they thought to get that contract. Rick Bird on the DL with an injury. No timetable for his return, so Carter is going to get a chance to play a lot of first base. The Yankees have gotten very little production out of the first base position so far this year.
And Dan, he didn't play a lot in spring training. I mean, he got some at-bats, but this is a guy and a hitter that needs to have consistent at-bats, to be that power guy, to be able to get on time, because he's a high strikeout.
I haven't even taken these out of the master case.
And Feliz strikes him out to end the inning. We are through 6 in the Bronx on Derek Jeter. Now the Astros leading 9-4.
Garden weeds are scoundrels. With Roundup Precision Gel, you can banish them without harming plants nearby. So draw the line. Give the stick one click, touch the leaves, and the gel stays put. Killing garden weeds to the root. Draw the line with Roundup Precision Gel.
Ace has everything you need for your yard this spring. Right now, save up to 25% on hand-picked items throughout the store.
Like potting mix, garden soils, mulch, and more. So hurry in now through Monday and save up to 25%. Ace's place with the helpful hardware.
We protect the bay at all costs.
I don't know what this means.
So we're bringing in drugs to the bay.
We're not cops. We're lifeguards.
So we can't do it.
You're so treating us like it's crap. Whatever it is, it feels amazing.
You gotta get some hard evidence. Don't you? Tell me what you think.
Oh, like yogurt.
Lift it up. Oh, there's a hole. That's the most of that.
I'm just all plugged up with money.
What's one really good reason why the Samsung Galaxy S8 is better on Verizon?
Well, we have the largest 4G LTE network in America.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
And with Unlimited, you get full HD video.
Yeah, that's two, maybe even
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
If you really, really want the best, switch to Verizon and get the Galaxy S8 for just $15 a month.
I saw you take those phones down. No, you didn't. This is the Dyson V8 cord-free vacuum, and this is its Dyson digital motor, generating powerful suction. Deep clean carpets, hard floors, clean up high, and convert to a handheld. To dig deep on stairs, furniture, mattresses, and cars, all with up to 40 minutes runtime.
Try Dyson V8 at home with a 90-day money-back guarantee.
On the MLB calendar tomorrow night, another look at the Astros as they take on the Marlins, part of our Global Game Series, which celebrates cultural influences of the game of baseball with focus on Puerto Rico tomorrow night, including of course Carlos Correa and Carlos Beltran. The Red Sox and Cardinals Wednesday night here on ESPN, and 1 week from tonight will be the Rangers and the Tigers on Sunday Night Baseball. We expect, if all goes according to plan, Yu Darvish on for the Texas Rangers 1 week from tonight.
From the seats?
From the seats, correct. Our first of 3 consecutive Sunday nights from the seats.
Come on, Detroit. Come on, Detroit.
No rain, no rain.
Our other 2 games from the seats will be the following week in Pittsburgh. It's on the Clemente Wall, and the week after that from Wrigley Field in the bleachers.
I just don't want it to be too cold for we're having to see Schulman and the 2 got there.
You got David Ross in Wrigley, though. I mean, you're going to have extra security.
That's right.
We're going to be excited to see him in the seats.
That's going to be out of control.
We'll be invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, although here,
we can wear whatever we want.
Carlos Correa leading off the 7th. We could show up like that.
Yeah.
That's a good look for you.
Jay, man.
It was a packed house.
Where did BS go?
Before the game.
That's fucking BS.
Between games, I guess I should say, because it was a doubleheader. And from what we understand, the secondary market was going strong for a cheater night here in New York. When the Astros got 6 in the first and eventually got out to a 9-0 lead, the crowd thinned. They've got their pins and their
awesome.
programs. That's great.
That's like Little League style, where where you.
I wear my son's.
Yeah.
I'm making some ginger tea.
One down. A little credit to the Yankee bullpen tonight, which has been Giovanni Gallegos and now Chase and Shreve, trying to give their offense a chance to get back in, but the Yankees got 4 in the bottom of the 5th. They've still got a big hill to climb. These 2 relievers have given them a chance.
Thank God David Price is ready to go.
When you get short outing from your rotation, it can really set you back for days ahead unless you get big efforts or quality outings from different relief guys. They've been able to do that and not have to lean on Clifford or Matanzas in games where they don't necessarily need them. With Chapman down on the pen, you really want to preserve those guys.
Yeah, but think of who
The days ahead.
Yeah, the Yankees had coming in. Their 2 best starters,
Yep.
Luis Severino and Masahiro Tanaka. And to think that they would have the outing that they did and put the pressure so much on the bullpen, it was not expected. And you mentioned it earlier. I mean, this is what is at the core of this team. And yes, they can hit. There's so many things they do well, but that starting rotation is absolutely necessary for them to be able to get to where they can be.
It's the key, and it's the biggest question. Still remains with this team, is their rotation.
One and 2 to count on Carlos Beltran. Beltran with a single, a double, and a strikeout. 2 for 3, a run scored, and an RBI tonight. Back to the right side against the left-hander Shreve. shot retired 2 down. Let's send it down to Buster.
Guys, this week's filibuster poll question is about Derek Jeter. What was his signature moment? And the baseball universe has spoken. It's in a wipeout, flip play in the 2001 American League Division Series, Game 3 in Oakland. The Mr. November home run was second.
I done told y'all.
You may have swayed him though. You have a lot of influence, especially me, Young. Then Joe Torre comes in and his wife trumped him, said the flip was better than the Mr. November walk-off.
Have you guys ever seen that play anywhere else? A flip? That kind of play where a shortstop goes over to first base?
It's almost like he's lining up for third, and then he kind of sends that ball sailing on Shane Spencer. Let me just
Ginger tea with Manuka honey.
go take this game. And that's what he did.
Bowling Bob, you got somebody in the basketball break that I can root for?
That's 8 pretty good plays, and for one of them to get 50% of the vote is sentenced.
Yeah. And by the way, still photos show Jeremy Giambi was out.
He was out.
He was tagged on the calf before his foot hit the plate.
So glad there wasn't instant replay though at that point. Can you imagine that moment and how it could have been killed if it was like, wait, hold on, everyone stay, no celebrating, we gotta check. And it would have been a long check because it was really close. Catches Giambi up there, he didn't even slide, he was barely good sacks.
Kerwin Danton on fire there.
Giambi out of the play. Division Series 2001.
They turned that series around.
Yeah. McCann is retired. 3 up, 3 down, mid 7-9-4. Derek Jeter remembered for one of straight plays, the flip here tonight.
The flip play.
Don't pay $79 for new granite or $59 or even $49. Because right now, Midland Marble and Granite is offering granite for just $29.95 a square foot. And get free ceramic tile for your backsplash when Midland Marble and Granite installs your countertop and backsplash. Call, click, or stop by our showroom to order your granite for just $29.95 a square foot. But hurry, this offer won't last long.
No debt left shrimp and did you win anybody for the team break tomorrow?
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Sunday, May 28th at 2 Eastern on ABC. Telecast presented by Firestone.
Hi, Ann. So, those financial regulations being talked about? They can affect your account. So let's get together and talk. And make sure everything's clear.
Being proactive is how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. When it's between the baby-soothing power of a Duracell C-Cell and the tips on how to calm a baby from your mother-in-law that always seem to involve a fair amount of brandy, go with C-Cell. That's not just some battery. That's a Duracell battery. That's a power you can trust.
I joined the Army in July of 98.
He must suck.
I did active duty 11 years and 2 years there.
Our 18-year-old was in an accident. When I call you,
He lost his reflexes.
that voice asking me, "Is your daughter okay?" That's where I felt relief. It actually helped know that somebody else cared to make sure that I was okay. That was really great.
Did you bet on him?
We don't need USAA for life.
USAA. We know what it means to serve. Call today to talk about your insurance needs.
You got a truck for a reason. So get some Firestone tires and go do truck stuff. Firestone Destination 18 all link carbon reinforced to conquer any terrain. And any truck stuff. Whatever you drive, drive like Firestone. And there's truck stuff like you've never seen. Destination AT Special Edition.
I really should have, as good as I was at all the coin games, I should have kept up on that. I'd be in all those things now.
Jersey number 2 tonight.
Or I would have been.
Pre-game ceremony. So many of his teammates here in attendance as well. But once the game got going, the Astros said, enough of the party. It's time to swing the bat. Springer, Reddick, Bregman, Springer again. And it was 9-0 early for the Astros. They were celebrating. The Yankees got 4 in the bottom of the 5th, 3 a home run by Matt Holliday. But it is still 9-4 Houston. Going bottom 7 as the Astros try to take 3 out of 4. The Astros have the best record in all of baseball. 25-12. Yankees have had a great start as well. They're 22-12. For Masahiro Tanaka, the worst start he has had in the major leagues. The most homers he's allowed in the start, the most runs he's allowed in the start. As Ronald Torres leads off the bottom of the 7th.
We've got a good glimpse of just how special this Astros team has been early in the year. We saw Morton with his dynamic stuff for 5 2/3 innings. We've seen the outstanding power that they possess. We've seen the athleticism on the left side of that defense with Correa and Bregman playing well tonight. We've seen the base running. There's a lot to like about this Astros team.
Great bullpen. Yep. I mean, we're not going to see Chris Stavinsky tonight, but he leads the majors, strikeouts, and Will Harris, who got beat up earlier. We got Luke Gregerson, Ken Giles, back into that bullpen. 2 strong closer types. Let's see the 2 of them tonight.
Harris and Davinsky both gave up some runs. First game of the doubleheader. Good fastball there by Feliz at 98 for the out. So AJ Controls we will not see there as sort of Davinsky tonight, but we will lead as Gregerson Giles still a lot of that. MLB.com Advantage are #1 mobile app for live baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get club-branded home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. Hanging in, keeping the faith. Wearing a Jeter shirt here tonight as Brett Gardner comes up and takes the strike. We talked about Eric Cooper, the home plate umpire, right off the top of the broadcast, known for a wide zone, calls for more strikes than your average home plate umpire. He's been consistent with that here tonight. He's had a wider zone at times.
Yeah, Cooper's a good umpire, and I think, frankly, he's had a good night. Even though, as a hitter, I tend to like the ones with a little bit tighter of a zone, but with Cooper, there's going to be a half an inch or an inch off that plate, and if you can consistently hit that spot, you're going to get it. You see there, night highest called strike rate of all the umpires.
Charlie Morton went 5 2/3, gave up 4 earned runs, struck out 10. Michael Feliz struck out both batters he is facing coming in. Now Gardner lines a ball into right field. This is getting all the way to the wall. For Gardner. Now 3 for 3, also hit by a pitch swap base 4 times.
Well, he's been having the at-bats to work the count to get the pitch that he wants. This is the fastest so well the last couple weeks here. The extra base hits and the home run, the biggest difference.
He's doing such a good job when he does get those hitters counts for power. And in his last at bat where he got the single with the runner in scoring position, 2 strikes, where he just kind of shortens up on the swing a little bit, he is really controlling the strike zone, understanding the situations in the counts, and stringing together a lot of it. Really nice.
James, do I know what you're talking about?
Gary Sanchez, the veteran.
Or have I forgotten already?
Looked good, but called low by Cooper, ball 1.
Well, I reset, so let's see how it is now. And I went to hardwired. Took off wireless.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Sanchez out over the top of that. And it's 1-1. Waiting on deck. With all the tools of the trade, Matt Holliday, the DH who homered his last time up.
Just switch batting glove. He had a pink batting glove on for the homer, didn't he? He did. He did two. No, he had one. This one just one.
Sports cards, 777. Topps Inception is listed on eBay.
Bottom hand glove and top hand would wear a batting glove, and you won't see it very much at all anymore. Holiday going a little old school.
Swing and a miss with a high fastball.
I really don't think we're going to get anybody coming in anytime soon.
So at least showing you.
I'm ready to part.
On a 1-0 count, throws a real nice slider to get back.
Almost ready to part.
Just shows he can.
He's ready to
Now that
part.
he's planted that seed, he's willing to throw that slider. He'll climb the ladder with the heater, 95, right by Gary Sanchez. And now, he can go a lot of different ways. He's planted the seed, the high fastball, or the breaking ball off the plate.
Hooked down the left field line, but foul.
That was meant to be down the way and trying to get a chase, but we spun in the middle of the zone. Unfortunate for Feliz, he was a little bit out.
5 cases, limited basketball.
On this pitch. He wants this, McCann wants it down the way, and it just kind of spins in the heart of the plate. Sanchez just a little out in front of it.
Chase is down the way, a big second out of the inning for Feliz. And now Matt Holliday comes in.
With the white batting glove, he goes off of the field with a home run. One of the quieter names because there's so many young, big bats in this lineup.
Anthony Davis, green to 15.
Very strong season.
Green to 15.
So he struck out and grounded out with the pink one.
You're right.
Gosh, you got me.
He did have pink on it.
Jersey Auto, Danilo Gallinari. Jersey Auto, Kyle Anderson.
I'm sure it's the batting glove, though, obviously.
Meanwhile, guys, in Washington, the Nationals, who gave up 3 in the 9th to lose the first game of the doubleheader, the Phillies had just scored 2 in the top of the 8th, and now lead Washington 5-4.
And that
Bullpen for the, especially the game that Max Scherzer starts.
that trade urgency is going to start to get hot in DC. If there's might address that sooner rather than later.
Ready out is tripling home a couple of runs. Jacob Turner was on the mound for that. That's 5-4 Philly in the 8th. They try to sweep a doubleheader for the Nats.
Aaron Afalo to 99. Oh, right off the bat. Jeremy, Ben Simmons rookie. Jaylen Brown for the
Here in the Bronx, the Astros
Celtics.
got out early. They hit 3 homers in the first.
No, 4 autographs. Alex Len.
Springer and Reddick to begin the game. Bregman with a grand slam later in the inning. 6-0 after 1. 9-0 after 4. 9-4 now in the 7th. Holiday did not see that strike coming, and he is on the back. You don't often see that.
We lost Bowling Bob.
Wow. Well, Phillies misses the spot. They want to go down away with the fastball, but it does catch that inside corner at the top of the
Monta
zone.
Ellis.
What makes it look worse is that McCann has to reach across the plate.
Patrick McCaw.
Holiday just saw that as in and high, but it wasn't.
Sucky points card.
Strike 3 called, and Holiday with some words for Cooper as he makes his way back to the dugout. Feliz strikes out 3 in the inning. We're through 7 in the Bronx. Derek Jeter here in New York. Houston leading 9-4.
Graduation day. A time for parents to beam with pride as youngsters embark on a swell future.
Gordon Gayward to 99.
You see, Billy thought it would be neat
Damian
to try
Lillard.
Taco Bell's new boldly seasoned bacon chicken chips.
Sadly, Kate Felder.
Nacho cheese sauce. By graduating to these crispy
Eric
triangles of
Bledsoe.
sanitation, the only diploma Billy will receive is a master's degree in being hooked.
Actually, it's a bachelor's in fine arts and brought to you by the Council for Eating Fried Chicken the same way you always have, and not Taco Bell.
You always put cheese and prunes in your sandwich? Of course. Chips. Chips plus sandwich equals a perfect lunch. Oh, don't forget the pickle. It's kind of a big deal. Cheese and prunes. Chips made with 100% real cheese. Dang right it's
Tony Parker.
okay, we can get started.
Tobias Harris. Check Diallo.
Yes. Thanks. That was fun.
You're welcome. That's the hat. For those who leave us, happy Mother's Day. Infinity, empower the drive. This is Brooks Yard. With ugly bears. But Scott's
Dirk Nowitzki to 99. To 49, Tony Smell. Malik Beasley.
People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt, and erased together. But baseball has marked time. This field, this game, is part of our past. To remind us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will
25, Damian Lillard. Jesus. 2 Tony Smells. Oh, cool patch. To 25, Andrew Iguodala.
And they do the roll call one more time for Jeter tonight after advancing the bleachers did the roll call for all the Yankees on the field. They did it for Jeter just after he had come off the field at the pregame ceremony when his number 2 was officially retired. Top 8, Astros 9, Yankees 4.
25, Miles Turner.
A little bit windy, we're having some
Dwight Howard.
plastic bags.
Ah, here you go, Jeremy. Dirk Nowitzki. Jersey Auto.
And Eric Cooper's going to take matters into his own hands.
And the 25, Isaiah Thomas.
Challenge you don't want to take on.
Yeah. New pitcher for the Yankees is left-hander Tommy Lane.
Tommy Lane with a cutter, fastball, slider change, occasional curveball. A little bit of a tough start for him to the season.
Paul George to 49. PJ Tucker. To 25, Norman Powell.
Yuli Gurriel is the batter for Houston, hit by a pitch, fly out, and a base hit. Gurriel, Bregman, and then Marissa.
Paul Pierce. Skal Labissiere. Yeah, I know. I gotta fix that.
Nice backhand, Scott Carter.
Malik Beasley. Udonis Haslam.
Is presented by Taco Bell's new naked chicken chips. Memphis, not the Astros. We are here in the Bronx Yankee Stadium, Houston 9, and the Yankees score the Astros. Going to make it 3 out of 4 over the Yankees here in the series between 2 of the hottest teams in the first 6 weeks of the season. There's Bregman. First home run of the year was a
Contavious Pope.
slam back in the first.
Dragging on a bender. Hey, Bo and Bob. Taurine Prince. If you're watching in bed.
First home run of the season for Bregman.
Another Eric
He knew
Bledsoe.
it right away. He knew he had that click. For that deep left field here, that was a no-doubter. The route was on for the Astros here early in the Bronx.
Put it up there, see if anybody's paying attention.
Yeah.
There, Jeter. First thing he
did when he came to the dugout after that grand slam was just like pop that number 2. Like, I got you, Junior.
Tristan Thompson. Chris Stapps.
Remember AJ Hinch telling us
Sadly,
before the game
Demetrius
that
Jackson.
It wasn't mandatory for any of the players to come out, you know. and
Carmelo
watch.
Anthony.
I mean, they were like puppy dogs sitting over there in that dugout.
He knew he didn't need to say anything.
One case. One case worth.
And the swing and a miss. 2 down.
Hey, Philia.
MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, get a free subscription to at-bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Somebody help Mom out here.
It's actually all those bats that are probably not going to hit you.
By the way, guys, in Washington, Michael Taylor, 2-run homer. And the Nationals lead the Phillies 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th.
There's fireworks in the nation's capital.
$49. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kawhi Leonard. Ugh. Chauncey Billups. 25. The patch. Wade Baldwin.
This is a scenic mountain road, and this is a man rolling down the road on a hot dog cart. That is not smart. This guy, however, used TireRack.com to upgrade to
Michael Carter Williams. DeJounte Murray.
Performance on this scenic road.
It's decent to 99. Dario Saric.
This guy, not so much. TireRack.com. Find, deliver, install. Smart.
In the muddy trenches of World War I, the skylines of America, Carhartt has been a uniform for anyone who fears no weather.
Zach Levine.
There are 92
Giannis.
days of spring. We got your back.
Timothy Carrot Top.
You look beat, Butchie.
Dirk Nowitzki
Relic.
relic.
Was out late. It's hard not to worry about your team drive around the road. Liberty Mutual lets you leave worry behind. Or they offer 24-hour roadside assistance. So are the commercial ones. They'll figure it out. Liberty stands with you.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night, so he got home safe.
Yeah, my dad says their insurance doesn't have that. What? You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Ooh, we have a green rookies.
Good, Mr.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Walking,
Hassan Shitside.
fashion stud.
Limited rookies to 15. Ben Simmons.
Waist size 38 and up. DXL. You're looking good. Start your Sunday with a story.
Until he flops out of the league.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by
Number 5 of 5. Patch autograph of Clyde Drexler.
and the accounts and descriptions of this game cannot be disseminated without express written consent.
Wasted points card.
And it's going around, we crossed the difference. I'll never forget that day. So of course, every time I cross one plate after a home run, I make sure you know I love you too. Sorry, not to sing. That's not true.
It's for Mom. Bryce Harper is among 5 athletes who wrote letters they had written to their moms for Mother's Day. Tune into Sports Center after tonight's game.
Bradley Beal to 49.
Featured here. Harper, J.J.
Chris Stapps. Justice Winslow.
To their mom. This attorney Kevin Connors goes for Sports Center.
Number 10, Larry Bird relic.
Oh, we got a little fluorescent orange for the sign for the can on the fingers there.
Hey, well.
Pitcher Brad Pico.
Another one of those guys that's been outstanding early on in that Houston bullpen. Low to mid-90s fastball, slider, curveball, and change on now for the 10th time.
Mark Gasol.
See that microscopic ERA.
TJ McConnell. Steven Zimmerman.
Starlin Castro leads off the inning for the Yankees.
I've never seen a parallel opinion of this product ever. And I guess that's why he always goes for $100.
Castro tonight over 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He'll be followed by Aaron Judge and then Didi Gregorius.
Monta Ellis. Ugh. Tristan Thompson. Marquise Chris jumbo patch.
Judge on deck. Over to the first game of the doubleheader today, 0-2 with a walk in the nightcap.
Yeah, he's a horse.
Major league leader in home runs with 14.
He's a horse trainer. It's a nickel, at least. Evan 48/99. Papagiannis rookie. Nice patch auto. Chris Dunn /39.
Such a signature Starlin Castro wasted.
Kind of a random question. Well, that was a nice bat. Chris Dunn and Fawn Maker. Excellent.
Once she falls down the line for a double on that same pitch, that's why he's having such a good season. Is he can hit pitches out of the zone. Sometimes Jimmy Wells won't hit.
Bouncing a second one down. Now, the baseball world is mourning the loss of former umpire Steve Palermo.
Al Horford.
Passed away at the age of 67. Palermo
Cody Seller.
was an umpire for many years.
Kyle Anderson.
During his tenure as an umpire, he broke up a robbery, and while he was trying to chase down the person who was committing the robbery, he was shot and was partially paralyzed. He eventually became an umpiring supervisor for many years for baseball. We would see him every year in the postseason. I mean, a very visible, recognizable, passionate guy about baseball, and our deepest condolences go out to the Palermo family and to his baseball family as well.
Yeah,
White Howard.
Day, great
Kyrie.
umpire in his day, and a guy that
DeAndre Benbray.
as you said, Dan, fun to come into contact with. And
Jordan
the
Clarkson.
personality, the stories, and like you said, the passion that he lived with. You could always feel when you were around him.
Aaron Judge looks at a strike, 2-1.
Marcin Gortat. James Harden. Demetrius Jackson. Tyreek Evans.
Joe Girardi a couple of weeks ago was asked about Judge and more about his demeanor and the way he carries himself rather than his ability. And
25, Evan Fournier.
A young Derek Jeter. If you
Karis
want
LeVert.
to go in this town, that's what you say.
Malik
Talk about
Beasley.
his poise, his composure, his mental leadership abilities as he gets older.
Nerlens Noel.
As a young man, like there's just a real calmness to him. The adjustments he's been able to make with his swing over the wintertime and carrying really solid game plans night in and night out. We see this again where he's just winning pitches routinely every at bat, getting into better counts and doing all kinds of damage.
Almost time for bed.
He's looking for base runners down by 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. And up steps Didi Gregorius over 3. So at least for now, A.J. Hinch is hoping to get through the rest of this night without having to use Ferguson and Giles, 2 of his key late inning relievers, including Cody Giles. He'll get another game tomorrow night, as we mentioned, in Miami. Again, you can see here on ESPN.
Jay Crowder. Thon Maker.
Peacock on to the 8th inning with a 5-run lead. Little
Yay, 2 Cody Zellers.
Second, but Makes the wise play given the score right now.
Maurice Harkless.
Yeah, there was going to be no chance of turning a double play, which would have been the only reason you go second.
And still you remain the cheapest person in the room, Cody.
At this point in the game, would have taken a real nice play to get Judge in second. But I think wisely takes the sure out. And now the Astros just 4 outs away from leading what's
Paul
been a very
Millsap. Kawhi
successful
Leonard.
trip so far to New York.
Damn, another Clyde Drexler.
2 of the games right beyond the times. Carlos Correa and Aaron Judge. Maybe question on the second bit.
They'll keep betting horses. Won't have that money for
Correa
long.
looks like a little kid out there next to him.
He's a big guy.
Carlos is a big dude.
Batter Aaron Hicks.
Bradley Beal.
Like
Carmelo.
a defensive end standing next to the quarterback out there.
Ivica Zubac.
Michael Malzani pulled up the numbers of all the NFL players. So 1,800
I think that's 7 Eric Bledsoes.
play in the NFL. Only 48 come in the size of Aaron Judge, 6'7", 82, and all of them are linemen. I mean, just think about that. The percentage of NFL players that are his size. Less than 3%.
Jaru Holiday.
2 with a walk.
Isaiah Thomas. There's a nice patch auto, 39, Buddy Hield. Spurs fanatic comes back with Buddy.
Morton went 5 2/3. Michael Feliz an inning and a third. Give up a hit, struck out a 4. Now Peacock on in the 8th. So between Morton and Feliz, Houston pitchers have 14 strikeouts in this game.
Marcin Gortat. And another Ben Simmons. Explosive night on the Ben Simmons front. Jordan Clarkson.
Put the nail
Wow, number 25, a very nice Karl Anthony Towns patch.
getting them to not wins early with the 7th straight.
I know.
By Morton. What that does, sometimes batters go down without even making contact.
Bastards.
Morton had a call.
Well, we talked to AJ Hinch about that before tonight's game. And it's something that the Astros have become much better at, putting the ball in play more consistently. Remember when they became a playoff
Penis Cantor,
2
49.
seasons ago,
Chris
one
Dunn.
of their Achilles heels, but they were a big-time swing.
Frank
and miss
Kaminsky.
club. Not as much anymore.
25 of Brooke
Sometimes,
Lopez.
you know, there's nights where you're striking out so much, it can just be kind of deflating to the group and to an individual.
3-2. Elevation into left field. Judge will be held at third. And the Yankees have runners on the corners with 2 down.
Giannis. LeBron. Oh! 25 of 25. Kobe Bryant. Excellent cases.
2 outs here, the respect
Excellent.
the Yankees have, and Joe spot over there at third base. The defense of this faster.
And a Thon Maker. Explosive patch.
Just don't want to run into an out here. Try and give yourself that puncher's chance with just a few outs left for the Yankees.
Chase Headley will come up to pinch hit for Chris Carter. And Headley had himself a bases loaded triple in the 7th inning of game 1. That broke a 6-6 tie. Gave the Yankees a 9-6 lead. They would go on to an 11-6.
Jay Crowder to 15. Ron Baker.
That's right.
Guys, I was thinking about
25, Anthony Davis.
Right field, and Aaron Judge has come rumbling around third base.
Getting some
Pitchers
great,
all around baseball. Thank goodness they changed the collision rules.
And a jumbo patch of Georgios Papagiannis.
I mean, forget the hit. You want to watch Aaron Judge because he's rounding third. Where's he going to go?
No, not like last year.
And he can move. I think that's probably one of the more impressive things. Is, 6'7", 282. But he can run. He can play defense. He controls all that weight body very well.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Henry Ellenson.
Then we get off to a very
Alex
fast start
English.
this season. He's cooled off, but did come up with a big 3-run triple in the first game of the doubleheader today. 1-2. Brady will bounce back.
You've been sitting over there on the bench all night, and you come up now all of a sudden, the big spot with some runners on base with a chance to.
Goran Dragic. Clay Thompson.
Couple things. You want to get a swing at least.
Diamond Stonecutter.
Get you in the flow of the game all of a sudden, especially.
And
for
Kobe Bryant jersey.
And you've seen all of Peacock's pitches here.
Knocked him off foul territory, maybe a play. And there is McCann with a nice play over near the dugout. And that'll end the inning as the Yankees leave a couple of men on.
Yankees suck my balls.
Oh, and Diane, right? Oh, yeah. How they doing?
Until everyone on earth has seen it, Bonnie.
The moment you realize this is definitely not the look you were going for.
At Lowe's, we have everything you need to create
Draymond
the
Green.
space you've always wanted, all at the prices you'll love. All projects
Tyler
have a starting
Ulis.
point. Start with Lowe's.
Jason Smith.
Now get this Char-Broil 3-burner gas grill for only $119 at the Lowe's Outdoor Entertaining event.
Viagra single packs, so guys with ED can take Viagra when they need it.
Ask your doctor if the heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Olympus for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
Nicholas Batum to 15.
Machines don't have emotions. The rare few.
Dario Saric. Chip Diallo. Anthony Davis relic.
With a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine and a 10-speed direct shift transmission. First ever.
Oh, James, you say a lot of weird shit, man.
Experience amazing.
I'm sure there's somebody in here who hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, come back. The Veil Intelligent Medical.
USAA gives me the peace of mind and the security just like the Marines did.
The process for USAA is so effortless that you feel like you're part of the family.
I love that I can pass the membership to my children. We're the Williams family and we're USAA members for life.
Wow, I thought this was 5. This is only case 4.
Homer for career hit number 3,000, went 5 for 5 in that game, wound up with 3,465 hits in his illustrious career. His number retired here tonight in the Bronx. 9-4, the Astros.
Tony Parker to
leading
25.
the Yankees top 9.
Right
George
out.
Springer's hit a big night. Homer in the first, Homer again.
Oh, there's your boy, Bowling Bob. Sean Kemp.
A couple of long homers, straightaway center his first time up, and then
Andrew Nicholson.
straightaway right field. In the second at that.
Even just 1 out, so he had a walk and then laser for an out to left field.
Chase Headley stays in the game at first base after pinch hitting for Chris Carter. And Dylan Betances is up in the bullpen.
Jabari Parker to 25. Malachi Richardson.
Now serve as the Yankees closer for
Bill
the
Lambier.
foreseeable future with Aroldis Chapman. now
Georgius Dunn.
on the disabled list.
No, Georgius Niang, I'm sorry.
The ball runs inside, 2-2 for more on Chapman. Let's go down to Buster.
Yeah, that's right. Bodie mentioned that he was placed on the disabled list. Chapman, he went for an MRI on his left shoulder, his pitching shoulder on Saturday.
Pussy.
No structural damage, but they did find
Bradley Beal.
inflammation. The Yankees are going to shut him down for 2 weeks. weeks.
to 29, Dario Saric.
Hope is that maybe you miss about a month. It could be
8
longer
of
than
29,
that.
so close.
They're also hopeful this is not serious. Chapman told them that he went through a similar type situation when he was with the Reds in 2012.
Just seems like there's an epidemic of injuries around the sport this year. Maybe we say that every year before, but it seems like every day, a number of players and a lot of prominent ones.
Especially big name players.
So Tansis now becomes the closer. He has not pitched in 5
Kyle
days.
Korver.
So, after Lane faces the lefty here, in the
Harris Levert.
I believe that he's going to be coming in perhaps to face Altuve, who's on deck.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Just to get some work in. Yankees are off.
That's the way it always is. One of the reasons I don't come on anymore.
Josh Reddick homered in the first inning.
I got so much work to do, shipping and everything, doing the eBay auctions.
Well, and if you did bring him in, it's a chance here for Tommy Lane, who struggled a little bit, who seemingly, though, had a little bit larger role as he cut into the depth now with Chapman going down.
Well, why aren't you hanging out in the horse racing?
Positive out. He had a 1, 2,
Chat
3
room,
innings last time, facing the lefty here.
Victor Oladipo. Damian Lillard.
Sanchez has dropped 2 pitches in a row.
Frank Kaminsky.
Strike on the last one. They didn't get the call on this one.
Deonta Davis.
Frustrated, pounding them in. His manager knows a thing or two about pitching.
Touche on that one, bitch.
Right center field.
Mario Hazanja.
Up for Hicks.
It's a cool patch. Gary Harris.
Steps and he wants Betances. He's going to get the big righty.
Yeah, here you are. Dragon Bender.
So Altuve will face Betances when we come back to the break.
Goldbug presents
Blake Griffin. Jimmy Butler.
And collected, the red stinky rejected.
To 10. Oh, it's his jersey number. 7 of 10. Carmelo Anthony. Patch money.
Stay cool
with Gold Bond.
And to 11. Jordan Clarkson. 4 of 11.
Exclusive steelbook package only at Best Buy this Tuesday.
Yeah, which you should be paying for.
For everyone to play with. This is ridiculous. There's one thing.
Is this not fun?
What? This is ridiculous.
This can't happen.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
To 25, Giannis. DeAndre Bembry. Sadly, Tristan Thompson. A nice discharge.
Go right.
Brandon Ingram jumbo patch.
This is Brooks Yard with ugly fair spots. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. Our finest grass, plus quick start fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch. Grow grass anywhere, guaranteed. This is a Scott's Yard.
Tomorrow night, Monday Night Baseball from Miami as we celebrate baseball's impact on the global stage. Taking a look at Puerto Rico, discovering its historic past as well as the promising yet challenging future. ESPN's global game feature of Puerto Rico. Closer look at Carlos Correa, Carlos Beltran, among others. It's the Astros and Marlins on Monday Night
Chandler
Baseball
Parsons.
at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. You're on
Jesus
fucking
I'll tell you what, the World Baseball Classic and Puerto Rico baseball, and not only the fun they have,
Isaiah
now,
Thomas.
take a look at
Not 3 Jalen Browns.
pride so much.
3 Dimitri's asshole.
The people, the culture that's there, but watching them play the game.
He's rocking to Phil Betances' walk-in song. Feeling it.
It's like he fell in new so much. Blonde hair, dance moves, a lot of smiles, a lot of fun. It's really good baseball.
Dwayne Wade.
Here, Betances is back.
DeMarcus Cousins. And it might be 3 Vaca Zubaks.
And Altuve,
Russell Westbrook.
that first pitch as he lines it into left center for a base hit. His first hit of the night.
Where you see the balance of this lineup. We talked earlier about the Beltron and McCann and the speediness that they bring, but also Springer.
difference this season is now have the addition of players that can do that.
So here comes Correa. 1 for 2.
Giannis, the 40-yard.
Had a sack fly. Scored twice.
Ricky Rubio. 39, who is that? Sky Labissiere.
This is Matanzas' first outing since May 9th.
Ryan Roberts.
That off
Okay.
Single certainty that Joe,
That's great.
regardless of the score, would try and get him just a little bit of work, keep him fresh and sharp. That bullpen tonight has been outstanding again in relief of a tough outing from
Bogdanovic to
What did you
25.
see from Tanaka? Where were the mistakes?
Giorgio's.
You know, he's just, there wasn't any bite on his pitch.
Case Smelder.
Finish on the split, the slider.
Patch auto
his
to
sinking
39.
fastball. He's got to get that downward action.
Isaiah
Those
Thomas.
pitches down in the strike zone. He was flat all night in his zone. And this
One more.
Astros team, as we saw tonight, they will make you pay if you're not on top of your game.
Well, as a hitter, you know if you're going in facing Tanaka that you're looking for something.
Aaron Boone is still trying to tap that
You know
ass.
his deal. You know that he can vary knees and below. So if you can get something just above the knee, which they got, they jumped all over it immediately.
Fastball right down the middle, 2-2. Meanwhile, in the other game that was going on tonight, the second game of the doubleheader between the Phillies and the Nationals blew the lead, got it back again in the Michael Taylor home run in the bottom of the 8th, and Matt Alpers picked up the save for Washington as they hang on to win 6-5.
Matt Alpers with the save.
His second. Dusty Baker continues to try anybody and everybody to finish off the 9th inning. Correa battling that one off into the first base dugout and apologizing to the Yankees. Looks like everybody's okay.
That was coming in hot, and they're looking at the spot where that hit in the dugout. It's a scary feeling when you're sitting over there and one gets rifled in from a righty.
Which was 102. That's why Correa was a little late on it.
Matanzas throws 102, huh?
Look alive over there.
Sure, I believe that.
Scattered!
Reggie Jackson to 25.
Look at the reaction.
Henry Ellens.
The reactions came pretty much after the ball.
Another Bill Lambier. And another Georges Yang.
Correa. Altuve will jog around to third.
Apparently the Astros don't want to go home.
Carlos Correa, one player from Puerto Rico with a base hit, and here comes another player who will be featured tomorrow night in the global games. Carlos Beltran comes up.
Dwayne Wade to 49. Jaylen Brown. Dario Saric, patch autograph. 39. Alex Len.
And we're going to have a pinch runner. As Robert Gonzalez comes in, and as I mentioned, Altuve was jogging around to third, and don't know if he was favoring something or just knew he could get into third so easily, but for whatever reason, he is coming out of the game.
There's definitely a little risk in that.
Joel Embiid.
The fact that nobody went out and checked on him, though, tells you that maybe
25. Steven Zimmerman, patch autograph.
after seeing him run first and
Nerlens Noel.
exercising caution and getting him out of there.
That ball off the glove of the catcher, play at the plate, not inside. Gonzalez will come in to score. Correa to second, and the Astros had a run.
Well, Sanchez continues to have a little bit of a difficult time back there. Dan, you touched on it. He's mishandled or dropped a number of pitches that haven't been costly at all. And this just looks like
Penis Cantor. John Wall.
At first, maybe thinking it was foul.
Is that Jaylen? No, there's another Jaylen Brown. 1 of 99.
Like the hand
I think all the big rookies have hit, right? Can't think of one that hasn't hit.
Asking for a review, but decided not to. So we play on with Houston now leading 10-4.
wonder with Sanchez, remember early in the game when he got crossed up and kind of awkwardly was able to catch the fastball? You wonder
Deron
if that
Williams.
jammed something up with his hand a
Devin
little bit,
Booker.
because there's been some pitches tonight that
Jordan Clarkson.
difficult pitches to handle. And Gary Sanchez would
DeAndre Bembray.
mishandle as much as he did. He's done a real nice job of the dirt right there on the tough pitch. Blocks that perfectly. So missed a few weeks early in the season with that biceps injury.
Jeff Teague. Malik Beasley.
2-2 to count on Beltran. 10-4.
TJ McConnell. Jamal Murray.
Inside with a fastball, and the count runs full.
I don't think there's been a Murray auto.
The tank is maybe getting a little bit more work in than he intended to. He came on with 2 outs and the bases empty. He's given up a couple of hits. Facing his third batter in Beltran. And a ground ball to second. That'll end the inning and take us to the
Dirk Nowitzki.
last chance for the Yankees. They will come up trailing the Astros.
Victor Oladipo. And DeAndre Bembray.
Brian, I just need to know if the customer app will be live Monday.
Can we at least analyze customer traffic?
Can we push the offer online?
Brian, I said quick point, Brian. Brian.
Legacy technology can handle
I love that
any-
bobblehead. Nope.
But yes, is here.
You're saying the new app will come live?
Joakim Noah.
Yeah. With help from HP, we can put
Oh, speak of the devil. Jamal
with the
Murray.
right mix of hybrid IT, everything competes.
Sky Labizier.
It's hard not to worry about your teen drive around the road. Liberty Mutual lets you leave worry behind. I heard they offer 24-hour roadside assistance. So they're in a commercial one. They'll figure it out.
Liberty stands with you.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night, so I got home safe.
Yeah, my dad says their insurance doesn't have that. What?
Lana Julius.
When Liberty stands
Isaiah
with you.
Thomas.
Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Just like we practiced.
Mark Price.
Okay, we can get started.
Wade Baldwin.
Thanks. That was fun.
You're welcome. Nicely done.
To those who lead us, happy Mother's Day. Infinity, empower the drive.
Paul Pierce, 25.
For the storm, E60.
Georgios Papagiannis.
The Astros wasted little time
Steph
getting
Curry.
forward in this game. George Springer with a leadoff home run of Masahiro Tanaka. And then the number 2 hitter, Josh Reddick, came up. And he did
Well, thanks for hanging out, guys.
a home run into the seats and around.
Being so talkative.
The Casey, the second guy, 2 batters into his 2-0 Houston. Then they really got serious later in the inning. Alex Bregman with his first home run of the season. The Rams led the Astros scored 6 in the first. Tanaka eventually led 9
Hooch
to
pick.
nothing. Yankees
Ben Bryant.
noise with 4 in the bottom of the 5th.
Malachi Richardson.
It is now 10 for Houston. Going to the bottom.
Tyreek Evans. One more monster.
Some changes for the Astros going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Including pitcher Diane Diaz.
He was added to the roster with an added player with anytime there's a double header, having a nice year in AAA.
Luol
For the
Deng.
Astros, a little bit of time in the
Kevin
big leagues with
Durant.
the Reds last season. Fastball slider.
Papagiannis.
Ronald Torreyes leads it off.
Damn. Damian Lillard.
Gonzalez stays in the game in second after intro.
Harsh.
Gonzalez, we didn't see him.
Might have to take a vote.
Swing the bat tonight, but very versatile guy, especially on the infield. And when he's got his chances, he has swung the bat with authority. A lot of power for Gonzalez so far this year.
Stretch rate, 4 home runs in 5 games.
Yeah, 9 of the season.
And that's not what he's known for. He is definitely a defensive specialist. And when you think about the different positions he can play, especially in infield, he'll play some outfield too, but he can make a sports center type play in any one of the positions.
I'm going to bed.
Play all four positions. It gives AJ Hinch and McCaster just so much flexibility, especially when he's swinging the bat like.
Have a good night, guys.
Allows